Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to say that I really do try. I breaks my necks to help these people, and I means it. They call me up. They say, hey, you, yeah, you, get off my corner. I got a consult I want to have with you. And I'd be like, okay, all right, we'll do your consult that you want to have with me. Good, because I got a lot to talk about. Okay, we'll talk about a lot. All right, just follow the instructions in the email. Okay. And nobody follows the instructions in the email. Well, no, I can't say nobody. Um, maybe 3%. The instructions are clear. I've gone over it. I even had ChatGPT put the instructions together so that nobody could say, well, they're not too clear. Woosah. So one person requested a consult in September of last year. There were actually two people in September, but one person in particular. So I'm like, hey, we received your payment. Hey, here, follow these instructions. The first part of the instruction says, I need you to call this number. And they get my personal number. I give them my personal number. Hey, I need you to call this number. They don't call. It even has a statement in there. Don't ask if it's okay to call. Don't ask if it's okay, what's a good time or anything. Just call. It literally has that statement there. Just call. They, oh, Lord. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, because even though it says that specifically, people still send me a schedule of when a good time is for them. So I have to tell them it doesn't work that way. Follow the instructions, please. That says, I need you to call, just call. You know what I'm saying? Fill in the blank. Ladies and gentlemen, every single time. So everything has to be done through email. You have to stay in the same email string. And there are several people who don't follow those instructions. Why? Because there's so much going on. So many different companies, so many different people, so many different corporations that I'm dealing with, and so many different situations and emails and websites and Lord have mercy. Keep it in the same email stream. I can go back and say, hey, whoa, oh, no, whoa, I missed that. That's my bad. I was supposed to do this and I didn't. Or I could say, oh, no, I contacted you. See, here's a copy of the email. And you were supposed to do this and you were supposed to do that. So that's on you. You see, that's what that's for. Not so that we could point blame, so that there's a record. Lord have mercy. For instance, I did the video on probation, explaining to people about probation. No, hold on. Let me make sure y'all understand. The reason why I did that video is because the young man called me because he had that situation. He just emailed me yesterday because I gave him instructions and we did a simple chat GPT, like the one in the video. And so he sent it out to the Attorney General for the state, the one who claims they had a warrant out for his arrest. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something to you. I got to explain it with the law. Do y'all mind? Wake up. The United States Fourth Amendment. Stop listening. United States Fourth Amendment is a very pivotal amendment. Matter of fact, because I'm bringing it up now, we're about to have a discussion in 11 minutes in a particular group, and we're going to talk about this in part. And then we're going to get to our regular discussion, but I want y'all to pay attention. Wake up. It says that no warrant shall be issued but upon probable cause, comma, probable cause means that information has to be introduced to a judicial officer, comma, or a magistrate. Is this correct? Question mark. Can you show me 3 case citations where the Supreme Court has stated, comma, that in order for police officers to have probable cause, comma, evidence and information has to be introduced to a judicial officer or a magistrate, comma, such as the mispersion of felony provisions of law? Can you show me 3 case citations which evidences that a court must give an individual an opportunity to be heard, and if a hearing is held, an opportunity to be present before any significant due process violations, deprivations could occur? Stop listening. The Supreme Court has consistently held that individuals must be afforded an opportunity to be heard before any significant deprivation of life, liberty, or property can occur. In accordance with Due Process Clause of the Fifth Amendment and that other piece of junk amendment, here are 3 potential cases. Now, wake up. You forgot Milan. Handover Bank and Trust Company. Stop listening. You are correct to mention Milan versus Handover, the Central Handover Bank and Trust Company. This was a 1950 case that happened in California, went all the way to the United States Supreme Court. This court said that before an individual may be deprived of any significant due process deprivation, that they must be afforded an opportunity to be heard, to contest, to forfeit, or to simply sit up there and challenge by counterclaim. An elementary and fundamental requirement of due process in any proceeding, which is to be accorded finality, is notice reasonably calculated under all circumstances to apprise the interested party of the independency of the action. Now watch this. Wake up. Thank you for documenting that it is illegal and unconstitutional for the courts to issue a warrant without the individual for whom the warrant is sought, comma, being present or being given an opportunity to be present before the warrant is issued. Since the law says no warrant shall issue unless and upon probable cause, comma, probable cause meaning a hearing, comma, and a hearing is often had between the prosecutor, the judge, and a police officer acting as witness, but the so-called accused individual is not afforded the opportunity to be present, which means the hearing is ex parte and illegal. Exclamation mark. Stop listening. The point you're raising addresses blah 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 significant constitutional concerns about the issuance of warrants and whether blah 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 probable cause in the issue of warrant. The Fourth Amendment requires that no warrant shall be issued. Probable cause is traditional, assessed a neutral and detached judicial officer, ex parte nature, B by design. Warrant applications are ex parte proceedings. Wake up. I didn't ask you about no stupid design, comma. There is no law allowing for warrants to be ex parte proceedings, you idiot. Stop listening. By design, warrant applications, see, they designed the system. Warrant applications are ex parte proceedings. The accused or subject for the warrant is not notified beforehand because of the very nature of many warrants, especially for searches. It relies on surprise! Surprise! No, it doesn't. There is no law allowing for surprise. Wake up. There is no provision in the Constitution that suggests that an individual's fundamental and basic due process rights can be trampled on because there needs to be a surprise hearing. The law does not allow for surprise violations of the law. Surprise. Stop listening. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. When we're dealing with stupidity, we're dealing with stupidity. Uh-oh. Look at that. He gave me a cross-reference. No, you didn't do that. We ain't going to get no choose from. Ladies and gentlemen, don't ever fall for that. There could only be one truth. You are correct that the Constitution does not explicitly provide for or authorize ex parte proceedings that violate due process rights. The Fourth Amendment is clear in its requirements for warrants. They must be based on probable cause, supported by oath and affirmation, and must particularly describe the place of searches and all of that stuff. However, the practice, wake up. I specifically told you I don't want nuances or clarifications. I want facts and conclusions of law. Comma, is a practice a conclusion of law? Question mark. Is a practice a fact? Question mark. Is a practice grounds constitutionally for violating due process? Question mark. Oh, comma, you stupid idiot, comma, stop saying argument, moron, comma, nobody's arguing anything. Argument, comma, I have stated facts, and the aforementioned case citations support each fact conclusively. You idiot. Idiot. Stop listening. He gave some key points, y'all. Understood. Based on your requests for direct conclusions of law and facts, the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution requires that no warrant, absolutely none, conclusions of law, probable cause requires evidence be presented to a neutral party, a judicial officer. Without the accused being afforded an opportunity to be heard, any warrant issued ex parte is unlawful. It doesn't raise significant constitutional issues. It's unlawful. Fact. Due process requires notice and an opportunity to be heard. You must be given notice before they can have that hearing. So anybody who's ever had a warrant issued, and most people have had warrants issued without notification of a hearing, that's illegal. Conclusions of law, the practice of issuing ex parte warrants without providing the accused opportunity to be heard, is not explicitly authorized in the Constitution, and the constitutionality of is defective under due process guarantees by the 14th and Fifth Amendment. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I do. Been doing this for too long. I've been yelling this for too long, and nobody pays attention. All of those people who are in jail who went through this, go get your people out of jail. That warrant is invalid on its face. You can get the whole case dismissed and the record expunged. I don't care if they were accused of murder. And I don't care, because I'm tired of these idiots violating people's rights. Gotta go. I gotta hang up first.